But again, why do you ask? It usually has to do with your tenant.
Well, the landlord wants, yeah. I mean, they want to know why you guys, it's such a heavy, well, you think you guys need such a heavy TI. I think you said 1.2 million, and that's probably why you're asking for such a big free rent period.
Yeah. We are absolutely, great question. We are not going to limp that equipment along. That is a recipe for disaster. And frankly, I'll ask you instead of tell you, why do you think we're interested in these locations?
This is Jason.
Jason, Danny D, you've got questions about the LOI, we've got answers.
Yeah, so the landlord wanted, I mean, what are you guys, are you going to be using the existing equipment in these two locations?
Yeah, let me tell you what we typically do, and then I'll ask you why you asked. We're going to bring the distributor. We don't want it. It's all junk. Unless there is, a 57 Chevy, you don't throw it away. When the transmission goes bad, you fix the transmission. It's a piece of art. There's really no art in laundromats. There are some older pieces of equipment that can be limped along, but that's why these people fail. So it is our goal to retool. Now, if we bring in a Maytag distributor and they say, oh man, I know this store. I'm going to give you the best quote I can, and I want you to retool through us. Because I don't care if it's Hips or Speed Queen, Wascomat, ADC companies you haven't heard of, or Maytag. And they say, you know what, let us fix all of the equipment in here. And that'll be a couple bucks. It's not going to be a couple $100,000. And then we can operate, open the store, or leave it open and keep the goodwill, depending. So we do that. But again, why do you ask? It usually has to do with your tenant.
Well, the landlord wants to know, yeah. I mean, they want to know why you guys, it's such a heavy, well, you think you guys need such a heavy TI. I think you said 1.2 million, and that's probably why you're asking for such a big free rent period.
Yeah. We are absolutely, great question. We are not going to limp that equipment along. That is a recipe for disaster. And frankly, I'll ask you instead of tell you, why do you think we're interested in these locations?
Locations are good. They're just underperforming stores, but
I love that because you are a realtor and it's always the 3-word answer: location, location, location. We're interested in infrastructure. The gas, water, electric, the EPA fees have been paid, frankly, which are killers. And cards on the table. The location, a laundromat can survive in the 3rd row behind the smoke shop with a tree covering the sign. It can survive. Why? Because the folks that go there know where it is, and they're going to tell the other guys in the apartment complex when they move in where it is. Now, do I want to survive?
Yeah.
No, I want to thrive. I don't want to survive. And we do that with new equipment every 7 years, a retool.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to get a little bit more context here.
Sure.
Okay, so let me kind of speak with them tomorrow.
Why don't you let me give it a try?
Okay.
And I'll get you guys.
And Jason,
some more feedback.
You've got my number. You can send me a text anytime. And if you even want to get the landlords or the powers that be on a conference call, I'm happy to talk to them, and I won't even say curse words.
Okay.
Up to you.
And who signs the lease? Who's the guarantor?
Eric is the guarantor.
Person?
I'm more of a mouthpiece.
Eric's
your guarantor, and he's solid.
Guarantor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you had like 30 locations around Chicago. Is that right?
Chicagoland.
Yeah.
I sent you an email, didn't I? Let me send you an email with like an introduction and before and after pictures of our stores and all that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Good.
Perfect.
I know what you're doing, dude.
Okay.
You're our mouthpiece, so I get it. I know how it works. I'm
working. I'm trying to make it more palatable for them. So
understood.
I gotta bring in the facts.
Look. Let me say this, because you're going to go in and sort of use my words to help all of our case. Laundromats have this bad sort of taste in the mouth of the landlords because they've got this bad rap because of the poor operators. Number one, they buy the business. Now you're $300,000 behind the 8 ball because you bought someone's business. Then you go to the landlord and ask for a lease. They've probably dealt with this because you've got at least 2 of these stores under your umbrella, and they can never make money. And so they're a pain in your ass because they never call you when the roof leaks. They never tell you when the glass breaks on the front of the store. They never fix it. You know what I mean. We are not that.
Yeah.
Like anything else, I don't give a shit about a chicken sandwich, but I'll walk over glass to go to Chick-fil-A, right? I mean, it's just a weird thing. They do it right. And we do laundry's right. That's all. And it's a great
Yeah.
business. And, we're not giving you a king's ransom for the rent because it is a laundry and because our debt service is so massive. I don't know of another business where the debt service is so big. And every 7 years, we're renewing that equipment so we can keep it nice.
You're renewing.
Oh, we have one retool
What do you mean
planned.
you're renewing?
We have one.
You're renewing the equipment?
We have one retool planned in every 15-year lease. It's planned in. It's baked into the cake.
Yeah.
We're doing this twice.
But you could just fix, you repair it, or you sometimes
No,
get new equipment.
a retool. Yeah, that's part of our plan. So we need at least 15 years for that reason because, look, it's like anything. An Uber shows up and it's an 87 Toyota Corolla. You're pissed. You're like, you're still going to get where you're going, but it's not nice. It's smelly. Yeah. It's an old car. It's got 300,000 miles on it. In order to run an Uber, you need a new car. And in order to run a good, decent laundromat, when our warranty runs out, ironically, after 7 years, our equipment is paid off. Great. You're supposed to be in the pudding at that point. But in a good working laundry where the equipment gets paid off is also the time when it's no longer viable because it's got the mileage, right? What if the store never gets used? Oh, my equipment's beautiful and nice, but it never made you any money. So it's a catch-22. And frankly, after that 7 years, that's also where our tax benefits from the depreciation on the equipment run out. So it's all figured out, all planned in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice knowing you.
We don't want to be a pain in your neck. We want to pay the rent and leave you the hell alone.
Yeah. No, that's good. I'm just got to try to balance, because it's not, like you said, it's not a high rent offer. And so, can only get so much free rent.
And we appreciate your working for us and with us. And if you have any questions, God knows I'm no lease expert, but when it comes to talking about laundromats, I'll chew your ear off. I'll bore you to tears. Good. Let us know what you find out.
I will. Okay, thanks.
Take care of the kids. Thanks, bud.
I will. Bye.
Well, what a very, very different call versus that first guy, right?
Yeah, this guy loves you, man. He has your phone saved, all that good stuff.
At the end of the day, the boring lease deals that I'm doing almost on the daily are just that. They're just boring because you can hear in the inflection in his voice and his ability to talk to us after hours and everything else. This is all very, very common. And I know the system, and he's really trying to gather information so he can make this work with the landlord. And that's why I always say, hey, if you want me to talk to him, I'll do that. I won't curse, it's kind of a funny thing, but anyway. I don't get excited till it's time, and that time is when you sign on the line and it gets did. I'm gonna go send him the canned email. If he reaches out to you,
I think you need
ignore him. Just let me know.
All right, will do.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.